Save data from Final Fantasy 16 demo found. Transferring data to main game. Save data from the demo version will be carried over to the main game. This data can be accessed by selecting continue or load game from the title menu. Cool. Data transfer complete. Cool. Is enough of the game downloaded for me to continue playing? Claiming redeemable items. Additional content is now available for redemption. These items can be claimed from the system tab in the main menu. You could have told me that before I hit continue. "13 years later, we're back." Hold on, let me grab my drink. Let me grab my drink. I swear I'm ready. Hello, Taken. Welcome.
Welcome back. Sorry. What's our situation? Let's just say Shiva and Titan's little spat hasn't made things any easier.
Shiver.
And?
It's as you thought. The Crusaders have sounded the retreat.
Then we follow.
We're down a man, Sergeant.
If we return without Shiva's head, our fate will be no different from Biast's. I'll take my chances with the Iron Blood. At least then I might die fighting.
No, he's gone home.
After you do, that is.
I won't be dying. Not today.
Then it's settled. No dying. Now, if you don't mind, we have an army to chase.
Yay. New iconic abilities. The iconic abilities Scarlet Cyclone and Heatwave for the Phoenix are now available for acquisition and upgrade on the abilities tab in the main menu. Do not forget that once acquired, new abilities must be equipped on the gear and icons tab.
How do they expect us to kill?
Alright. Well, they're already equipped.
Something that can do this.
They don't. Only the girl holding its leash.
Real quick. I've got 266 points. Yes. He just kind of laughed. Keep in mind, my dad is old. He's 46. But, he's a real gamer.
All the old trails are gone. It'll be hell finding a way out.
Do you think a retreating army and their dominant will fare any better?
Well, he didn't buy it for me, he bought it for him. But yes, he bought a GameCube with Metroid Prime 1 when I was a kid.
By the flames.
And he beat Devil May Cry 1 when it came out, and he beat it on its hardest difficulty, somehow. Which not even I've managed to do. What is this, a Zelda game?
Did you hear that?
Down there. So, Titan is knocked.
Yo, they got Jill down there?
Friends. Where are the rest of them? That can't be the main host.
Wait. Our fortunes have turned, Sergeant. It's her.
The dominant. Are you certain?
The Crystalline Orthodox is a backwards faith for a backwards people. In the Iron Kingdom, they teach that dominants are unclean aberrations, born of blackest sin. Only their priests are allowed to perform the rites of priming. And I see many.
We end this quickly.
That would certainly be fun, Taken. I think the dominant is childhood friend. Hello, Sky. That's what? No, that's Jill, though.
Care to kill some Iron Blood?
Gladly.
Wyvern, you focus on the target.
Understood.
I don't feel good about this. Fuck.
Much appreciated.
fun fight, but I didn't feel good about it. Damn, poetry. And as she fought, she shed tears of ice which shattered on the blood-stained earth below.
Is she dead?
I don't think so.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Please.
No, that's not you. Not here.
I'll bloody do it then. Fuck.
I'm waiting for someone to say fucking goblins. I want that to happen in this game.
We've got company, Wyvern.
And I want him,
What are you doing?
I want him to sound just like
Over here and help me with these bastards.
David Lynch.
Sorry, Jill.
What is wrong with you, Wyvern?
Dominant. I know her.
Know her. Look around you.
Yo!
I need you here. Now on to the next.
It's over.
Damn.
Now that that's done, I won't ask you again, Wyvern. Take her head so we can be done with this.
I can't. I won't.
You would betray the Holy Empire?
Betray? I don't recall ever pledging allegiance to your Emperor. My service may have been bought with this brand, but not my loyalty. I just fight to survive.
And you think I don't? The Empire will have our heads if we return empty-handed. So if you won't take hers, I'll have to take yours.
I told you, Sergeant. I'm not dying here today.
Yo, this dude's name's Tiamat.
Neither is she.
Let's find out.
I hope he doesn't have a health recovery skill. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Oh. Yeah, that's right, bitch. I know the Metal Gear Rising parry.
Wyvern! Have you forgotten who plucked you from the front line? Who trained you? Who gave you a name when you had none?
You speak as if we don't bear the same brand, son.
I've always
Well,
had an edge.
remember, young Clive was able to use Phoenix's skills before
Don't cling to the past
everything.
like a torn blanket.
But, Sky, you haven't missed much story. We jumped back to present day, and we continued searching for the Dominant. And then it turned out to be Jill. God, these one-on-one fights are so good. It's like the Metal Gear Rising boss battles.
For nothing. No one. And I will not fall by your hand. Take your head.
Too slow. Not this time.
Traitor's blade.
Too slow. Because we had to protect Jill from him. Cosmo Canyon? Yo.
This way. Bloody wind. Well, come on then.
Not only that, but I said Cosmo Canyon because of the music, and then dogs showed up.
Fuck.
Fucking goblins.
Hugo, dear, my proud desert lion. Would that you had taken care when chasing the hare? I expected more from the mighty Titan. We put the Ice Queen on our back, no doubt.
Hub, as in hub area.
Harder if you're to claim this prize.
My lady, the thunder.
We'll be hearing more soon enough.
This lady could single-handedly make smoking a status symbol again.
That's where fucking snakes sit. Gather the men. We have work to do.
Jill. Is it really you? And who's this fine hound I see before me?
A fine hound who saved your life, that's who.
Torgal.
Eh?
His name is Torgal.
You two acquainted? Well then, you won't mind taking him off my hands. Funny. I'd always pictured you as more the chocobo type. Clive Rosfield. Come now. Fleet as flame, fierce as a wildfire. That there was the blessing of the Phoenix. I'd heard rumors that you'd survived, but I never paid them much heed. Calm down. I didn't come all this way for your handsome mug. Now her, on the other hand, she seemed worth muddying my boots for. None the worse for wear. Still, might be best to get a second opinion. Back her up.
Not another step. I mean it.
Well, I'm not about to leave her here. Not one with a warm bed waiting. It's all right. You're welcome to join us. You do want to help her, don't you?
Sid, if we aren't back soon, Nan'll have our heads.
I'll explain everything once we're back at the hideaway. Come on.
Let's not forget that Noctis also had a dog. Not a dog companion that fought with him, but a dog. Well, it looks like we never made it too far away from our home. I have a very detailed version of this map in my house at the moment. I was looking at it and I made a joke with my dad. I said, Midgar is here. And this is Wutai.
Not much further now.
But we're in the middle of the Deadlands.
Keen eye, you. The blight sucked this place dry. Meaning no trees, no birds, and no magic. But it also means no neighbors.
The last place anyone would think to look.
When do we go to Mos Eisley? I like Sid's voice. I know people in real life, or I knew people in real life growing up that sounded like that.
Home sweet home.
It's not quite the same gravel as snake gravel, though. But it is enjoyable for a similar reason. Meet the resistance.
This place. These are fallen ruins.
Well, we didn't think they'd mind. And it keeps the black from our lungs.
But how do you survive without magic?
How does anyone? Hard work and a bit of nous. You must be starving. We grow them here, believe it or not. Suit yourself.
You're back.
Ah, Talia.
And this is the Dominant.
How cold since we found her. I was hoping you might give her a look over.
All right. Goots, get her upstairs.
Well, none will...
Don't fret about Karen. I've taken care of her fee.
All of it?
She's the best healer this side of the belt. You've nothing to worry about. Go on, have a look around. I'll be in my solar.
Hide away. That gives me the impression there might be another hide somewhere else. This is really cool, and here we have another town-like area to explore. Here's the surly smith. Here's the jail.
Another newcomer. You mind the rules round here, or our next chat will be through the bars.
The smith is a quiet, reliable fellow. Also, Clive's voice reminded me of a quote I need to look up. Because I don't remember what it's from, but I remember the quote. I can't find it. Alright, I'm gonna say what I remember of the quote, and maybe Sky can help me catch the rest of it. It's not dying that frightens me. It's living knowing I haven't given it my best. Something like that.
When he's not out chasing rumors.
careful, you. I've spent...
Bard.
When lightning struck, his yoke did break, his life his own again. With thunder's roll, he knew his fate and would fight it to the end. Well, what do you think? I woke this morn inspired.
If you can read, don't let Otto know. We'll put you to work on the ledgers too.
Yeah, I looked the quote up before I said it. It's not a historical quote that I have in mind. It is from a recent piece of popular media, but I can't remember what. The Fat Wait, the name of this restaurant bar over here is the Fat Chocobo? Amazing.
I think he'd have time for a nip.
Hold on, I'm gonna do one more search. Oh, it's fucking Trevor Belmont from Castlevania. As soon as I found it, I remembered.
So you're going to die for nothing? For people you don't know?
I don't know any of you, but that doesn't matter, does it? My family, the family you demonized and excommunicated, has fought and died through generations for this country. We do this thing for Wallachia and her people. We don't have to know you all. We do it anyway. And it's not the dying that frightens us. It's never having stood up and fought for you. I am Trevor Belmont, of the House of Belmont. And dying has never frightened me.
Similar voice to Clive's voice, which is what triggered the memory.
Just working on a pet project of mine. Though she's not above biting the hand that feeds her. All right. I was hoping we might try and solve the mystery of poor Clive Rossfield. A bearer of the Sambrequois Imperial Army sent behind enemy lines. with orders to wait until it turned into a brawl, then slit the dominant's throat in the chaos.
I didn't know it was her. How could it be?
And so, to save her neck, you slit your sergeants, then set your sights on the hills, conveniently forgetting how the Empire deals with deserters. Because with that on your chop, my friend, we both know you won't be getting far. You've fallen a long way, Lord Rossfield. I'll not have it said that I'm a poor host.
What do you mean to do with her?
Do with her? Why, nothing. Her life is her own now. If I wanted to use her, do you think I'd be talking to you? All I want to do is help. Dominants like her, branded like you. Of course, the realm doesn't approve, which is why we live in a cave. And it's also why we need help. From branded who know one end of a sword from the other. What say you, Clive? Will you join us?
Sid, was it? I trust that you'll do right by Jill. But until my brother is avenged, I must walk my own path.
Avenged?
My brother was murdered by a second dominant of fire.
The Phoenix's evil twin. Oh, bugger me. Another rumor proven true.
I only stand here today because of Joshua. 13 years I've waited for this chance. I've slept in filth, drunk from a gutter, killed more men than I can count. You're right. The Empire will not suffer a deserter. This will be my best opportunity. My last.
Which is why you should join us.
I told you I'm not
interested, I know. One of my scouts sent word there's a group of branded fugitives north of here, in the Imperial village of Lostwing. Among them is one he believes to be a dominant of fire.
Is he certain?
What say we go and ask him?
This doesn't mean I'm joining you.
Let's make ready then. You'll find everything you need down in the main hall, as well as a few things you don't. Have fun.
This guy makes smoking look like Big Boss. The lady...
Careful, you.
gives me strange feelings in my loins when she smokes.
When he's not out chasing rumors.
And how did you like this? I'm not going back to that. Ever.
He's in... Oh no.
Goot, was it? Perhaps you can help. Sid asked me to make ready for our mission. How does one go about that here?
Well, there's old Nan's place. On second thoughts, you maybe want to see Blackthorn first.
A blacksmith? To the forge it is then.
Oh wait, no, hold up. You'll be needing this. Blackthorn won't take no notice of you otherwise. Might not anyway.
Fancy a mug of...
Are you Blackthorn?
What if I am? I've no time for idle chatter.
I'm not here to talk. I'll be accompanying Sitter Lostwing, and I need you to see to my equipment.
You could be accompanying the goddess Krieger to our holy bedchamber for all I care. I'm not lifting a finger for you.
Is that so? Do you want that or not? I can take it back.
Damn you, Goots. All right. No need to be hasty. Let's have a look at you. I doubt that lot could stay a Moogle's fart. Bloody Imperials. They'd rather see their bearers dead than kitted out properly. I'll do what I can, as a favor to Goot's mind.
Forging. The crafting of new gear as well as the upgrading of existing gear can be done at a forge, or blacksmith. As long as you have the recipe and the proper materials, select a highlighted item from the list. Hold X to craft or upgrade. I can make a belt.
And the belt sees a square. You want anything else, you bring your own materials.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you.
A word of advice. Don't let Sid decide what's best for you.
When something has changed in the hideaway, a notice will appear in the upper right hand corner of the screen, in addition to stock updates for Charon's Toll and new forging recipes for the Black Hammer. There are also notices for new quests, new missives, and many other things. An icon will also appear in-game as well as on the local map to indicate recent updates.
I suppose I should thank Goots.
Make it quick. What do you want?
So it looks like it may be a bit like 8. Instead of equipping new weapons, you upgrade the sword you have.
Should last you a good while. That it?
Maybe. Oh no, you'd definitely be changing weapons. Because this is Imperial Infantry Blade.
I see I'm busy here, but I ain't the cook, am I?
Not fully voice-acted dialogue. I think Square Enix has been watching my streams. Though if you tasted Kenneth's Brown, if you've tasted Kenneth's Brown, I might as well be. Sid needed a smith, and I needed a smithy. Called a marriage of convenience. Doesn't hurt that the forge here is the hardest this side of hell, or that it works without magic. I won't have no bearer suffering for me.
Anything needs repairing.
Or retooling, you bring it here, along with your own materials. And any scraps left over, I keep.
What's that fortune, dear?
They've been listening. Either that or I just really know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so we can upgrade and make new shit. Broadsword +1, obviously I would have to make. I can't upgrade my current sword, so I guess I'm gonna have to make a broadsword at some point.
And?
You can chuckle, Sky, but it's true. I talked about it when we were talking about Final Fantasy VII Remake and the scale of that game. Because that game is so cinematic and every single line of dialogue is voice acted and all of that, it all adds up to the game has to be shorter.
Seeing as you're new, let me share a word of warning. Keep your hands out of the stores, or I'll cut them off and crate them with the others. I'm only teasing. We feed the hands to the dogs.
Okay. We have a very nice... Yes. That's true. But what I'm saying is, you know, first Final Fantasy since 7 Remake. First Final Fantasy since 13. Not counting 14. To not have all the dialogue voice acted. 13 had some unvoice acted dialogue, didn't it? Between, like, NPC characters?
The gift worked. You have my thanks.
Come on, nearly there.
Hey, is it that slave dude from the beginning? The one that dropped the apple?
You, blankets, quick as you like. All right, we make him comfortable while the bed's made up. Well, you're just gonna stand there? Someone fetch some water!
I'll get the bucket! You go and see if Otto needs out, eh?
Wait, me? What the hell have I got myself into? Who are they?
Huh? They're freed Imperial bearers. Who the hell are you? Shit, at this rate, you won't make it through the night. Think you can find your way up them stairs to the infirmary? We need Tyre. Well, go on. Shift your ass.
Was Ty the one looking after Jill?
Your friend needs her rest. There'll be time for tearful reunions once she's recovered.
I'm not here for Jill. You're wanted downstairs. There are injured bearers in need of attention.
Well, why didn't you say so?
I did say so.
He's going to be all right. But I'll need to examine them both in the infirmary. My work's just begun.
Another fine day at the hideaway.
Do many of the bearers who come here arrive in this state?
It's no easy thing, casting off your chains. By the time most pluck up the courage, they're already too far gone. These two here are the lucky ones. The name's Otto. You need anything? You ask me.
Well, Otto, I do need some supplies.
Do you now? Then Lady Karen over there will be more than happy to help you.
Right.
Where's Quark?
And thanks. Be seeing you.
Not likely. I won't be staying.
Is that right? Well, for as long as you are here, consider yourself welcome. You helped us today, and we won't forget it.
His name's Otto. Keep an eye out for the green icon above the heads of certain NPCs. These indicate they have a quest to offer. A list of current and completed quests can be viewed on the Journal tab in the main menu. After accepting a quest, quest objectives will appear in the to-do list located on the right side of the screen. Objectives for the main scenario and up to 3 side quests can be displayed simultaneously. Any quest can be prioritized on the Journal tab in the main menu by highlighting it and pressing X. Objectives for prioritized quests will remain displayed in the to-do list until the quest is completed or another quest is given priority. Priority status for a quest can be removed by highlighting it and pressing X again. Following hideaway activities are also now available: 1,000 tomes, an ever-growing compendium of all things Valisthea, the Orchestrion, a personal jukebox for songs collected throughout the game. Both are located in the Hideaway's Eatery. The Fat Chocobo can be found on the local map by pressing touchpad.
Who are these people?
Alright, good night, Taken.
Do you think we should go and help?
Don't. Ah, a new face. And, dare I hope, a willing pair of hands. The Fat Chocobo is a demanding mistress, and we are too few to keep her on her feet. Might I persuade you to deliver a meal or two to souls in need of sustenance? For your trouble, I can offer you the contents of my strongbox and my enduring gratitude.
I don't see why not.
Marvelous. And who exactly do I have the honor of addressing?
Clive.
Delighted to make your acquaintance, Clive. I'm Kenneth, and mine are the weary shoulders upon which the weight of this fine establishment rests. Now, I have 3 hungry customers awaiting their victuals. Take these if you would, and be careful, they're hot.
You're just saying that so I don't sue you.
How long has it been? Your food.
I was hoping it might be. Well, doesn't this look fine? Thank you, lad. You're new, aren't you? Kenneth's running you ragged already, I expect, the old rascal.
Well, he did say he'd give me something for my trouble.
And so he should. We're not slaves anymore. Well met, lad. And keep up the good work.
Yeah, I agree. Also, save that and use it as your Steam review. Like this quest, it's simple. It's an introductory quest, but it's also an opportunity for the player to speak to voices in the world.
Well. There's so much more to farming than just seeds and soil.
Your food.
Just a moment. I need to finish this. I won't be a burden. I'm of no use to anyone as I am, but maybe if I can master this.
All right, but see that you eat it before it gets cold.
Of course. Thank you.
I was going to say that's a really big book for farming, but it's large print.
You'd think he'd have time for a nip with old August before scampering back to his solar.
Yeah.
Oh, my thanks. I hope you do not think me lazy for waiting to be served like a lord. Only my former master did not use me kindly, you see. He left me half lame, truth be told. But Sid took me in nonetheless. Well, the Hideaway is the home I never knew, and a mighty fine one at that.
That's the last one.
This quest is designed to motivate the player to care about this place.
All done, I presume? Splendid.
They were bearers. All 3 of them. Not slaves waiting upon their master's pleasure, but men waiting to be fed like equals.
Indeed, equality is the very cornerstone upon which our little community is founded. Beyond these walls, we are scorned as slaves, speaking only when spoken to, eating only what scraps our masters deign to give us. The first hot meal here is the first many will have known. In the hideaway, we are free, truly free to speak as we please, when we please, and to eat what and when we desire. More than reason enough to trust in Sid's vision, wouldn't you say? Now, I promised you something for your trouble, did I not? The contents of my strongbox are yours to do with as you will. Thank you, Clive. Do come and visit me again, won't you?
Right, well, and in defense of Xenoblade Chronicles 1's hunting quests, and 2's, which are not necessarily quests, but they are present in a different form, and 3's, again, they don't only introduce you to new monsters, they purposely place them in areas they want to make sure the player finds. Instead of just out in the middle of a random field that there's a dime a dozen of. Countless treasure coffers lie across the realm, just waiting to be plundered. If you find one, don't hesitate to kick it open with X and reap the bounty. Go on, no one's looking. You've missed the beginning, Gear, but it's good. It's a good game so far. Background music played in the hideaway can be changed by accessing the Orchestrion. The track list is expended using Orchestrion rolls acquired from main scenario quests, shops, or treasure coffers. Yeah, that's the sad thing about 15's open world, is that it just is it's a bunch of roads and then cool dungeons, really cool dungeons, genuinely cool dungeons. Boring ass landscapes. Visually cool landscapes here and there. But the actual explorable area.
Yours is not a familiar face. Are you new to the hideaway, perchance?
You could say that.
Well then, allow me to welcome you. I am Harpocrates II Hyperboreus.
That's,
Quite a mouthful, I know. Which is why everyone here has taken to calling me simply Tomes, on account of the company I keep. And what varied company. I'm a collector, you see. Not of bijou and baubles, but of stories. The history and culture of these isles have ever been a source of endless fascination to me. But alas, my days of wandering the realm in search of new tales are far behind me. And so I've taken to sharing that which I've gathered with all who might listen.
Kinda reminds me of Matoya.
Perhaps you would care to listen.
Gear, I am a really bad judge of how Game of Thrones-ish this might be, as I have interacted with Game of Thrones 0%. That came out weird, but I think the meaning is there.
When I was very young,
and lived beyond these shores, my father would read to me every night from the only book we had, The History of Valisthea by Moss the Chronicler. So enchanted was I by this realm of myth and magic that when I was of age, I enlisted as a deckhand on a merchant galley that I might see it with my own eyes.
when I arrived,
What I found was a land of war and suffering, darkened by the blight and the evil in men's hearts. Still, I was determined to follow in the footsteps of Moss and record what I could. And so I did, in all manner of places, and all manner of roles until my aging legs could carry me no longer. Sid found me by the roadside, so to speak, and offered me a place here, where I might continue my studies, albeit without the wandering.
I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Our main character has a dire wolf and royal intrigue. Beyond that, this is its own thing. There's your answer, Gear. The Thousand Tomes is a comprehensive compendium of Valestian lore, covering everything from basic terms to important persons, geography, and history. New information is constantly added as Clive progresses through the story. Past active time lore entries can also be viewed here.
I have a few new notes that might interest you. You wish to study the tomes?
Look, you can fucking search. You can search by keyword. If there's something in the game you want to know about or remember, like, oh shit, I forgot about something. Well, how did this work? You can find it here. This is to help you keep up with the story.
You are always welcome, Clive.
And yeah, I agree. This game feels like... Well, this game feels like a complete product compared to the last numbered entry. I mean, it's also a great thing there for people who love to just invest in the lore of a world. I might not be one of them completely. Like, if I play a game I really like, I'll take the time and read all the notes, like Resident Evil. Those games are generally kind of small, though. But I definitely understand the desire to want to read about a world. But yes, Gear, you missed the prologue and the beginning of what I'll call Chapter 1.
Damn it. We'll be needing more wood. But if I step away to fetch any, this lot will be down around our ears. Ah, you there. Perfect timing. I couldn't persuade you to fetch me some timber, could I?
No, he's just shirtless.
I'd be happy to.
Oh, thank you. You'll be helping me and the hideaway both. Takes a lot of work to keep this place standing. More than we can manage, if I'm honest.
It certainly looks like you've got your hands full.
Ah, you can say that again. The Fallen knew their craft, make no mistake, but not even their handiwork lasts forever. That's why the walls need shoring up. Can't have the vegetable patch crushed before our first harvest now, can we?
No, I suppose not. Alright, where can I find this wood?
Ask over at the White Ads. They'll point you in the right direction. Thanks again. I really appreciate the help.
Speaking of the Romans and their tendency for working butt-ass naked, I kind of get it. Around here during the summer, you'll see people, and I've done this in my youth growing up, you'll see people doing hard outdoor work. Shoveling, graveling, roofing, stuff like that. And usually, by the end of the day, everyone's shirtless, and you're just fucking sweating and working. When the clothes are soaked in sweat, they're not doing anything other than holding the dampness to you and potentially helping you catch a cold.
Excuse me. The man working over by the garden sent me to fetch some wood.
Ah, that'll be Geoffrey, master carpenter. Luck would have it, we've just finished cutting the timber he's after. You take as much as you need from the stack.
Thank you.
No, not at all. We appreciate the assistance.
Here we are. I better get this to... Geoffrey, was it?
Again, though, in 15's defense, it wanted to do one thing and then was forced to do a different thing. And I think with the time they were given to rework that game, they did the best they had time to do.
Oh, you're back. Hope fetching that wood wasn't too much trouble.
Will this be enough?
This will do nicely, thank you. With a bit of luck, the walls won't be falling in on us just yet.
That sounds ominous.
Oh, it's not as bad as all that. And it's a damn sight better than the alternative. We're safe, we're warm, and we're hidden. What more could we ask for? Now stop fretting and take this. You've earned it. Welcome to the fold.
There's no need to...
That's not a matter of need, my friend. You're one of us now.
Here's another thing I was thinking about with 15 last night after playing the beginning of this. 15 was at its best in some of its most linear sections. So the beginning of the game and the end of the game.
I heard they escaped their masters.
I need supplies for my journey to Lost Wing. Otto said you could provide them.
And all of the dungeons, because those were linear.
Does the newcomer think it proper to make demands of a poor old matron before even introducing himself?
It's Clive.
Well, Clive, I hear that dog is yours. Since he followed Sid home one night, I've seen to it that his chin's rubbed and his belly fed. Though I suppose that's your job now. Unless you lose him again.
I won't. Not again. Thank you for watching him.
So, were you gonna buy something? What? You didn't think I'd shower your lordship with my hard-won wares while you swagger about with a pocket full of gil? Life doesn't work that way, lad. Now, let's see some coin.
Both consumable items and gear can be purchased at shops around Valisthea. Shop stock changes as the story progresses, so be sure to check in frequently. Oh, I don't have to smith a broadsword, I could buy it.
I'll be thankful you got that much.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I've heard a lot of Final Fantasy names, but
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Clive sounds familiar. I don't think I've actually encountered any characters named Clive. Clive's last name is Rosaria as well. Or something like... No, it's not Rosaria, it's Rosen. Rosen something. But it's got Rose in it.
You got out else? You'll not find a better price than that.
That's all.
Why, you're barely a guilty of name. You're taking his side now. And after all I've done for you.
He's a big boy.
All right. All right, I can make an exception.
Yo, she has a fake eye.
But just this once, mind. My stores are getting cluttered and I need to make room for the next shipment.
Thank you.
Thank me? Thank your dog.
One of her eyes is a different color slightly and doesn't move. The Eret Stone is now accessible. This customizable virtual battlescape provides Clive a safe location to test out new abilities and train against all manner of enemies. Additional options will become available as Clive progresses through the story. This is your training mode. I don't need this right now. No. Okay. I have to. This is where you can practice combos and stuff. Every good character action game has this. The Hall of Virtue is a fully customizable battlescape that provides Clive a safe location to test out new abilities and train against all manner of enemies. Press to open the training menu to adjust both enemy and ally parameters.
It's over.
Come on, you bugger.
Who's that?
No, you can chain that attack into a combo pretty well. Anyway, that's cool. I don't really need it right now.
You all done?
Leaving already, are ya?
It's you I'll miss the most, Lady Karen. It always is.
Don't stop you going, does it?
This should be fun.
Right.
I'm not too surprised by that, actually, Gear. I recently saw one of the classic Fire Emblem ads with real people, back when Fire Emblem for the Game Boy Advance was coming out. Use the world map to instantly travel to previously unlocked locations. New locations are unlocked by progressing through the main story or discovering waymarks known as obelisks. The world map will open automatically upon leaving an area, but can also be accessed at any time via the main menu.
Where to next?
I want to go see the blacksmith real quick.
Well, what's that for you, dear? Yeah, that should do you.
Hell yeah, it should.
Thank me later.
Yeah, I'll thank you right now.
Yeah, that should do you. That it? Fine.
Alright, I'm not wearing the make the game easy items. I wish I could put those somewhere. Make them go away. Get them out of my inventory.
I heard they escaped them.
The strength of a city is defined by the guard that mans its walls. The strength of a city guard is defined by the pride in their hearts and the laurels on their breasts. This badge provides its wearer with one of the two.
Is this in the Imperial capital?
I want the breasts.
By the look of those bruises.
There's a good girl.
We're going to the Great Wood. Should have brought some bug spray.
Flies everywhere.
I told you we should have taken the Crystal Road.
And I told you that we're outlaws. You want every bounty hunter in Storm harrying us from here to the Holy Capital? Besides, what's wrong with a shortcut through nature's splendor? You know.
The Deadlands claim more of the realm each day. That a place like this still exists is a miracle in itself. Bloodflies and all.
I'm ready to see a really good forest.
In Imperial land soon. You all right?
Never better.
Sounds like it. That there is a fine hound. Soon took to hunting. Fearless as you like.
It's good to have you back, Torgal.
Now, we don't want to be caught in the forest after nightfall.
I suppose not.
Fanning embers. Torgal has joined the party and will fight alongside Clive. He's left to toggle between item shortcuts and pet commands. The following 3 commands are available: Sick, Attack, Heal, Cast Cure on Clive. So he can heal you. We were both wrong and right. Ravage, launch an enemy into the air. Timely Assistance. The accessory known as the Ring of Timely Assistance removes the need for giving Torgal commands. When this item is equipped, Torgal will attack and heal automatically based on the current battle situation.
Did I mention there'd be deadly beasts?
That one's useful without changing the game up too much.
Nothing a trained assassin can't handle, though.
How reassuring.
You're welcome for that and the shortcut.
I will point out my 46-year-old father beat the Marlboro first try. I want to say if he can do it, just about anyone can. Even the gamer grandma could probably do it.
Maybe they're friendly like Torgal. Or maybe they don't.
Yeah, this is a really good looking video game forest. Again, it helps that this isn't a open world game. If this were an open world game, this forest, it would be really hard to make it look as good as it does. I think open world games are great, and I think they can have a lot of merit. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild proved that. But that does not mean every single video game ever needs to go full open world. It's okay for a video game to have a world map. Every classic Final Fantasy 1 through...
What in good Grieger's
even
neighbours
10
doing this far south?
had world maps.
Looking for food. No more wolves where he's from. The north was one of the first parts of Storm to fall to the Blight.
Poor sod. I'd invite him over for a cup of tea if I didn't think he'd eat the dog.
Yes. In a controlled environment, it's really easy to have good graphics. Well, really easy quotation. Really easy on your hardware.
Let's try and stay out of its path.
Remember when I said there were deadly beasts? Well, the shrubs in these parts aren't much better.
And you only think to mention this now.
You know what to do, boy. Sick of Toggle.
Well, that's the undergrowth sorted. I'll take it from here.
Really cool battle theme in this area. This looks like what forests look like where I live. I know you're going to think that's crazy, but where I live, it wouldn't take me long to take you somewhere that looks like this.
Fetch.
This is what forests in Maine look like. And I'm sure lots of other parts of the world.
After you.
Thank you kindly.
Oh, another thing I think was done very intentionally. Our new friend here, Sid. Square gave him the name Sid, obviously to keep a tradition alive, but that automatically puts a sense of trust in any old school player.
Some say there was a time they blocked out the stars. Down was the only way left for them to go. There's probably a lesson to be learned from that. But it can wait. Come on.
Take away the ruins, and I've seen places like that in real life where I live. Like, just remove the ruins from this shot, and I've seen this scenery. More really good music. I'm gonna keep saying it.
A wyvern. I can see that. Doesn't have to be a friend of yours.
Yo, I dodged and had the dog counter. Oh fuck, I'm using my items. I didn't realize I'd swapped back to my items accidentally. There's a very real chance this may end up being the best Final Fantasy released in the last decade. Well, last couple of decades.
Well, it appears we won't be going this way. I'll admit I hadn't counted on that.
What is it, boy?
Animal instinct. Why trust in your own animal instinct when you now have an actual animal at your side? If you are lost, hold down L3 and let Torgal point you in the right direction.
At least one of us knows these woods. Thank you, Torgal.
Notice how the battle music is an extension of the field music.
This is stupid. I like wolves. I don't think they care, Sid.
That's it. Stay down. That's it.
We did what had to be done.
Doesn't mean I have to like it.
No. No, it doesn't.
Man, this is really, really good environment design. Like, I feel similarly to this forest as I did to the forests in Metal Gear Solid 3 back when that game came out. And of course, on a technical scale, this is leaps and bounds better than that game. Visually. But still, it's bringing out a familiar feeling in me. The last time I remember admiring a forest this much was Metal Gear Solid 3.
Sword sharp.
You'd better hope so.
This shouldn't take too long.
So much for your shortcut.
Still short, just not quite as quick. It'll be a damn sight quicker if you help me.
My thoughts exactly. Not this time.
Yeah, to a degree. You have your skill tree, and you can certainly work on the things you want to emphasize working on. Like, if I want to be able to use stronger magic, I could unlock this. And then not only could I unlock it, but level it up. Hold triangle to increase the potency of a magic spell released to cast. For example. It does look like most of the focus is on a mix of melee and magic here and there. But I definitely think it looks like, at the moment, primarily melee. I don't know if that would be... I feel like that might be a way to make the game harder for yourself, Sky. I'll put it that way. Because at the moment, magic doesn't do much damage. God. Oh.
Kill him first. Too slow. Not this time.
I will point out, you do not need to engage with the melee combat to recharge your magic. It's just, at the moment, it would seem your magic is not super useful on its own. Again, I noticed it yesterday. The magic is basically Dante's guns at the moment. That's what it feels like.
Come on. Stand back.
Yo, he just devil triggered.
dominant.
I am. Aye. Well, not by choice, mind. Whole bloody realm of strapping young lads. And it was this sorry sack of bones Ramu saw fit to home.
Sid, you say you want to help dominants and bearers. Well, what's in it for you?
What's in it for me? The same as for all of us. What we want and deserve. Save for our knack, dominants and bearers are no different from anyone else. The ability to use magic or summon great beasts should command respect, but instead has left us outcasts. Our kind are used and discarded like tools, yet we are men, so why must we die as less?
I see. So what you're saying is you want to start a war.
Clive, I think you have some blood on your teeth.
You flatter me, lad. But my days as a firebrand are long behind me. No, I only wish to offer our kind of choice. A place where we can die on our own terms.
I don't think it's Clive's blood, though. So, Torgal's healing skill only allows you to recover that little bit of your health bar that's discolored.
Better already.
Clive, what exactly do you plan on doing when you find this dominant of fire?
What do you think? I'll show him the mercy he showed my brother, and cut out the tongue of any man who tries to talk me out of it.
All right. Forest dark enough as it is.
Hornets. You know, let me unlock this ability here, so we can try that out. So I've unlocked the ability to charge my magic, but it can be leveled up further from that, and I would imagine that would make charging your magic stronger and stronger. To the point where you may be able to rely on magic a little bit more and more. I mastered precise dodge because I managed to do that a lot, and I think making that better will benefit me. See, there we go. That was an effective magic spell right there.
We follow her upstream and we'll be in Lost Wing in no time.
In no time. Right.
It's pretty impressive just how much this resembles a real forest. level up. I like the way items magnetize to you after a battle's over. Alright, I took that. You know, I know it's really early to say this, but this might be the release this series needed. And so far, the world has already proven to be more than just boring fantasy politics, like some of the trailers made it look like it might be.
A Royal Scout?
Someone's far from home.
Let's follow him.
And?
They're just down that way. All of them. Grieger's my witness.
You fucker.
Excellent. We move.
I don't understand. Have I not proven loyal?
It is true my liege values loyalty above all else. But were you not quick to betray your countrymen for the promise of coin?
That woman.
Benedicta Harmon, commander of Waloed's elite intelligences. if we can capture her.
You! Weapons on the ground, Imperials!
Let's get this over with then. At least they're not giant lizards.
I didn't want to look on that guy. You know, this kind of looks like the guy that had a dog in 6. Cinematic clash. When the screen flashes orange like this during a pivotal moment in battle, repeatedly tap square to either press or fend off the attack. No, guy with dog in 6. Well, yes, I guess main character. You meet him in a bar. This guy's kind of giving me vibes of him. Ow. Sometimes I manage to make the fights look really good, and then sometimes the game takes over and makes the fights look really good.
thought we were Imperials.
Well, you do look the part. Though you fight like a true shield of Rosaria, and one blessed by the Phoenix at that. Speaking of which, I wonder, does the other Icon of Fire give blessings, do you think?
You don't believe me?
And lo, the Creator did make of the elements 8 icons to serve as keepers of the one law. Not that I've ever set too much store by holy doctrine, but on that point, it's clear. Fire has always had just the one warden, as of all the rest. A new one can't be born until the previous dies, and even that can take years. The thing is, you don't strike me as a liar. Which leaves but one person who might be able to shed some light on the matter. And they're in Lost Swing. As are our Waluda friends, I would imagine. We should hurry before it gets dark.
But what if someone discovers the bodies?
Well, and they'll be sorely disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Stage replay and arcade mode are now available in the Hideaway's Arret Stone. Enter the virtual battlescape for details on each of the new options. So if you want to go to an area that you've already been in, but not just re-explore it, replay it, you can. Because I imagine when I'm able to, if I ventured back here, it wouldn't play the level again, it would just let me re-explore the forest. I know canonically it doesn't make sense that I'm going back here, but this is where I remind everyone that it's a video game.
Make it quick. So, will it be?
I can make a longsword now.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. Should last you a good while.
Wait, I can make longsword +2 without making longsword +1? Wait. Oh, it crafted a longsword +1 already.
Yeah, that should do you.
Okay.
My best work, but it'll do. That it? Fine. Well? And?
And what do you want? Taking an interest, are you?
Wondering why such a calmly cultured lady would cast her lot with this rabble? Because she's got a special arrangement with the rabble-rouser, that's why. I scratch Sid's back and he scratches mine. Use me old trading connections to bring in whatever him and his little band need, and they pay what I ask.
Sweeten the deal.
He's given me a home here, far from the prying eyes of those who'd wish me ill. And there's no shortage of them, believe you me.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
So I'm noticing a lot of the stuff you can craft, you can also purchase, but purchasing it purchases it at level 0. Crafting it crafts it at +1. I don't really have any sellable items right now.
Is that all?
Alright, not a whole lot back here at the moment, but I got a new sword.
There's a good girl.
So much for arriving before sunset.
Oh, I didn't realize we were this close. Any idea what that is they built the village around?
The fallen ruin. I've heard some call it an airship.
Huh.
Seem to be behind it. It's a shame that.
You truly think a dominant's waiting for us in that village?
My scout has never given me any reason to doubt him. Which is why I think we should hurry. Come on.
So we have the ruined remnants of technologies that we've seen in past Final Fantasy games. Obelisks. Tuning with an obelisk allows Clive to travel quickly to the location via both the world map and local map. Clive need only approach an obelisk to attune with it.
This isn't the first time I've seen one of these. Perhaps I can use them as waymarks.
That's what I was saying earlier. Every Final Fantasy game for the longest time was a fairly linear experience with a world map. I don't think that world map made them open world games. I think that world map made them linear games with a bit of player choice. But, in the defense of open world games, Breath of the Wild and Tears of Kingdom are excellent examples of the potential merit that making an open world game has. This area is a bit like a Xenoblade map. Little less linear than the woods. But yeah, say linear game will always have the ability to give the player a more tailored experience and a more controlled experience. It's a lot easier to make the game have exciting, fun moments when you're guaranteed that everyone who plays it is going to go through it fairly similarly, side content aside. However, Breath of the Wild, the 4 regions, once you go to a region to do part of the main quest, it becomes a linear adventure until you're done with that quest. It's a best of both worlds kind of scenario with Zelda. Now, maybe the linearity sections in Zelda might not be quite as good as this game, or even quite as good as some of the linear main story in a Xenoblade game, it was still pretty damn fun. And overall, that game is excellent. It's just, it's two, open world games and linear games are both very, very different experiences. And there's merit in each. Final Fantasy is a series that for a long time has always been linear. Like, one of the complaints I never got about 13, I mean, I kind of got it, I got aspects of it, we'll say, was the linearity of it. People would not have complained about the linearity of 13 if there was a world map between some of the areas that gave you a choice of a few places you could go visit. And a town area every now and then certainly would have helped as well. Keep in mind, some of my favorite video games of all time is the Metal Gear series, and that is a series of extremely linear games. Even the open world one, Metal Gear Solid 5, is still a very linear, story-driven experience. "13 needed downtime for its length. If it were 20 hours, sure, it would have been fine. But the fact that it was the same length as any other Final Fantasy, it definitely could have used some downtime. It's like a Marvel movie where it's like a 2.5 to 3 hour movie that doesn't waste a second of your time. Well, maybe not of your time, of its time. Every single second there are things happening. The closest we get to breaks in 13 are the Chocobo theme park and Hope's father's house. But in defense of 13, it is a story about fugitives. So the always move, move, move thing does fit that. It does. It's still not ideal in my opinion, but it fit. I just don't think it worked for a 60, 70 hour game, however long that game is. You know, Tears of the Kingdom is a game I put 90 hours in without even noticing, just because that game has such variety in what you can do.
That's enough. Stay down.
Yeah, I agree. There is some of that a little bit between some of the characters, but they don't really go into that aspect of it much. I'm just saying the progression of the story being the characters are always on the move does fit the fact that they are fugitives.
The next ones we meet. Let me know how it goes.
But I think they still could have worked in some moments of respite for both the characters and the players, and had it still feel natural. Give me a non-hostile area to walk around in for a little while. The battles are fine, but sometimes it's nice to take a break from them and just talk to people. Like visiting a town in Tears of the Kingdom, you don't fight monsters in the towns. You run around and talk to NPCs and get side quests.
No sign of the Royalists.
Or anyone else for that matter. It's too bloody quiet. Even for this hour.
What do we do now?
First we look for my scouts. You start here, I'll circle round the back.
How do I let you know if I find him?
Good question. Shout.
Subtle.
So far, Clive is a fun protagonist, too. Compliments to Clive's writing. He has every reason to be exactly the kind of character Squall and Cloud were. I'd say Squall even more over Cloud. But he is still fairly talkative. He's not constantly brooding. He doesn't say just whatever. He's not mad at the world, at least not yet. Yo, dog can be leveled up somehow. Okay, here's another thing that's neat. The UI grabs a screen grab of whatever, of the character and whatever is behind him. Or in front of him. Here's a town. We even have a location. Speaking of towns. Speaking of towns, here's one, and we just unlocked a way to fast travel to it. Oh, look at this. This kind of looks like the game might have small open world areas. Like Xenoblade size open world areas. God, I hope this game has a fishing minigame.
You miss me? I'm flattered, but let's stick to the plan, eh?
This is a cool town. I hope we get to do stuff around here.
That sounds like a child.
I'm under the impression we will be able to.
It's all right. I'm not one of them. My friend and I, we're with the Imperial Army, and we've come to help. Do you know where your parents are?
In the church.
Then I'm going to find them and make sure they're safe. Can you stay hidden here until then? To the church, then.
What a character Clive is.
This man's gonna die if we don't get into a healer.
Enough of your barking, dog!
About time.
Stand back.
Who the hell are you?
Clive!
Thought you weren't coming.
You still alive, Gav?
Barely. Been doing what I can for the villagers, but...
I thought you were joking.
It's all right. He's with me. Is this everyone?
No, there were others. A pair of royalists came for the bearers just before you arrived.
Was a dominant among them?
Maybe. It's not like he was holding a sign.
I'll give you one guess where he's going. Clive, after him.
You know what's amazing? This game, everyone was making it out like this game would be a partyless adventure. And here we have been traveling with Sid for the last couple hours.
Any word from the scouts?
Not yet, my lady, but we have the dominant's companion. It's only a matter of time before we seize our quarry.
Very good. And what of the others?
The bearers have been taken to Caer Novent.
Some may still be worth keeping should the dominant elude us.
All is in hand, my lady. They will not be spoiled. I give you my word.
Gentlemen, a toast!
Will you join me? My thanks.
To Our Lady of the Wind and the King!
Ugh. The Imperials drink this piss?
Well, it would go some way to explain their breath.
Lady Benedicta! Imperials!
And instead of killing them, you lead the rats straight to us.
Mercy!
Look what we have here, boys. An Imperial bearer. Good. I was getting bored.
This is the tongue lady.
What is that thing? I don't know if this means, but I think it does. Sid has to explain.
Sick of Torgal!
away, Sid.
Fucking kicked her ass. This is definitely my kind of game. This is the lady that has the teeth and and does the tongue thing.
Clive!
Look who's here to save the day. Is this how you recruit all of your charges?
Don't recall you complaining, Benedicta.
So, Sidolphus, remind me, why was it that you betrayed your kingdom? I asked you a question, Lord Commander.
Why? Because I'd had enough of you and your king's antics.
And yet here you are, stealing my branded. What are you plotting?
As if I'd tell you.
Lady Benedicta, we have secured the dominant.
Always something, isn't there?
And she's gone. Did she say where she was going?
No.
Then we head back to Lost Wing. One of the villagers may have heard something.
But we can't just...
Which is why I sent Gav. The man has a nose for these things. Trust me.
I'm posting a GIF on the server of what I'm talking about.
They were looking for a dominant.
Yeah, that's right. Thought we were hiding the bastard. Like any of us would keep a monster like that under our roof. Oh, no offence.
When no one talked, they started rounding up everyone with a brand. And then everyone without one and all.
And locked you in the cellar, hoping sooner or later someone would break. You know, things might have been different if you'd accepted my invitation.
Oh, don't remind us. We were all saying the same thing.
Well, this is our home, innit? Don't mean we won't out when we can, though.
And that, I'll drink to.
If she were on a t-shirt, I'd buy it.
Come hear the tale of Lord Dion the Bold, who's tamed worms 1,000 and slain the tenfold. 100 full legions the young dragoon led, and watched as 1,000,000 foes turned tail and fled. His lance levels mountains, it squanders the deep. The skies over storm breaks for
Listen, Clive.
and should the
Revenge won't bring him back. It won't.
13 years ago, I watched a dominant kill my brother right in front of me, and I did nothing. But now I can. I can kill the son of a bitch and bring peace to my brother's soul. After that, whatever happens, happens.
Fate. You're content to be its slave, then?
His radiance would have us believe the Imperial host invincible. Yet here we find the Empire's cornerstone teetering on the backs of a handful of cowards and cutthroats. While Bahamut may lead 100 full legions, could it be that the young prince defends a house of cards ready to topple at the slightest breeze? Tell me something. Why do you not resist? Within you lies the power to slay gods. The phoenix perished in your flames. Yet you do not fight. You do not flee. You refuse your gift. Perhaps you are distracted. My offer still stands. Join us and you will be treated with the respect one of our kind deserves.
Lord Margrace, don't!
I'll give you a moment to consider your options. Do be gentle with them.
Clive. Wake up. Gav's back.
Canovant.
One of the Empire's outlying strongholds, though apparently not strong enough to keep out the Royalists. The captured bearers are inside. I'm sure of it.
If Benedicta's orders are to stay in the shadows, she won't be traveling with many men. Meaning, she'll be keeping her prisoners together and close by.
Including the Dominant.
So, we find a way into the fortress and conjure a bit of chaos.
What about me?
Excellent question, Gav. You will wait outside the care and guide those I free to safety.
And miss all the fun. Why can't he do that?
Clive doesn't have your nose. He'd stumble off a cliff before he even found the men. Come on, Gav. You're the best man for the job.
Well, when you put it that way. Suppose I better scout ahead for any surprises. Don't you let him down.
I won't. All right. Shall we?
Not so fast. We wait until tomorrow.
But he's right there.
And if we leave now, we'll arrive just as the sun comes up. Maybe join the guards in breaking their fast. Come on, Clive. They only just took the place. They'll be there a while yet. We've got one chance at this. You don't want to waste it, do you?
No.
As the story progresses, new weapons and items will become available at the Hideaway's trading post, Charon's Toll, as well as new forging recipes at the Black Hammer.
No, not settled. There's someone I want you to meet.
I'm one step ahead of you, game.
He's the owner. The tavern, and our best hope of getting a decent night's kip.
So yeah, here's town number 2. We've got a shop. A bar. That's it at the moment.
You're the kind man who saved Mummy. Thank you.
Any friend of the innkeeper is a friend of mine.
These are better than what I have. Though I may be able to smith them. $40,000 gil for this? To unlock a song. 40,000 gil for a song? You had best be making some cash if you're willing to drop 40,000 on a song.
Good day.
It raises the dead? No. No, you go to the Hideaway and you can play it in the jukebox.
Good boy.
Quentin, my good man. It seems we'll be spending the night.
I thought as much. Where do you find that one?
Oh, him? You wouldn't believe me if I told you. Quentin here is an old friend, one who is sympathetic to our cause.
Sympathetic. And he knows about your little sanctuary. I would never have guessed so many people were bent on setting us free. When last I checked, the mere thought would earn you a trip to the gallows.
I am well aware of the risks, as I am of the rewards.
And what could be more rewarding than your very own dominant of fire?
A dominant? Here? Now that I would like to see.
Meaning you haven't?
No, but nothing passes unnoticed in Lost Wing. Take your brand, for example. People will see that at once. And I need hardly tell you how they will greet the inquiries of a bearer. You are afraid your words will fall on deaf ears, as they have ever since the moment you were marked. Happily, I can provide a solution to your dilemma, as a favor to Sid, that is. Take this. You will find it has the uncanny power to loosen tongues. May the mothers guide you.
This might be Imperial land, but here in Lost Wing, it's his word that's law.
But how?
You don't need to worry about that just yet. Trust me. Everyone in Lost Wing knows what that seal means, and what it means if they don't take note. Now we can sit here counting our blessings, or put them to good use and find that dominance. Your choice.
Let's see if this thing really works.
You know, the Resistance feels like what the king would have been doing if he could have kept his head screwed on tight.
And that's all. And remember, think hard.
I'm just looking around real quick before I progress the story. I guess that cellar passage, I kind of wanted to try and find that, but that, I think, is connected to this building here. Alright, gather information from the villagers. That would explain why I have 2 objective markers.
Ah, Master Quinton took a liking to you, I see. And there I was, thinking you were in bed with Sid. Wonder what Gav will have to say about this. Speaking of whom, if you see him, tell him thanks for looking after us. Now, what can I help you with?
I'm searching for a dominant of fire. Gav seems to think he might have taken refuge here.
We see a lot bearers around these parts. But I do seem to recall one who commanded the flame. Now, whether or not that makes him a dominant, I can't say. But the Waluders certainly took a keen interest in the poor sod.
Did you get a look at him?
Didn't have a chance. One of the other bearers might have done.
Thank you.
I think I might be wrong, because my predictions from yesterday might prove to be wrong. Clive thinks he's tracking down his brother's killer. I think Clive might be tracking down his brother. You know, unless of course his brother is actually dead. What I'm saying, though, Sky, you need to understand the weight of my words. If Clive is tracking down his brother, it's because Clive is his brother's killer. Like I predicted.
That a hanged man, I see. Master Quentin must think you're important. It was a good thing you done today, getting rid of those bastards. If you hadn't come when you did, I'd be on my way to Ash by now, along with the others. Poor buggers.
These others, was there a dominant among them? A dominant of fire?
Might have been, yeah. Royalists seem to think there was, anyhow. A thin bloke all swallowed up in his robes like one of Great Grieger's churchmen.
Do you recall anything else about him?
Only that he weren't alone. Was a young maid who went wherever he did, including the church, and wherever the Royalists dragged them both off to before you got here.
I see. Thank you.
Hello, Philip Osel. How's it going? I want to be able to jump over more shit. I can Xenoblade 1 jump in this game when I'm not on a mission.
Tell me that scowl means you've got good news. a shady lad with a hood and his equally shady lass. Not much to go on, but... I've been thinking, if our friend is a dominant, why not just burn the royalists to a crisp? There's a reason he's holding back, and I reckon he has something to do with his partner.
What makes you say that?
One of the villagers I talked to said the two were separated. If the Waluders have her, our dominants like to think twice before starting any fires. Whoever he is, he's shown himself to have a level head. He's careful, cunning, and he doesn't want to be found. This could spell trouble. For us and the Royalists both. Still, it'll be a whole lot worse if we set off after them with bleary eyes and empty bellies. There should be a pair of pallets waiting for us back at the inn. Shall we?
If you haven't played it, Philip Posel, I recommend checking out Vagrant Story, which takes place in a world not too dissimilar from Ivalice. Also, I hope you guys don't mind, but this is going to be the game we're going to play for a little while. We put over 90 hours into Tears of the Kingdom since it came out. I think we can take a break and play some Final Fantasy.
Now, about those beds.
Beds? I seem to recall your request being to spend the night. And for that, the floor will more than suffice.
Better than a wet rock, I suppose. My thanks, Quinton. Next time you're at the hideaway, our floor's all yours.
No need for thanks, Sid. This isn't an act of charity.
You don't say.
In exchange for my floor, I shall be requiring your services. The Royalists saw fit to erect a barricade across the road south when they occupied the village, and failed to remove it when they left. I expect it to be gone before you leave.
As you wish. Well, that took longer than expected. First time dismantling the barricade? It gets easier, don't worry.
I won't.
If we leave now, we'll arrive at the care when the shadows are at their deepest. Unless you'd rather wait.
No more waiting. The road south, then? Unless...
I know of another shortcut. You should be so lucky.
Please, take us through more woods.
The road here cuts through Lorbert's Pass to Care Northern. You're not thinking of heading that way, are you?
I got no choice, dude.
If the Royalists were looking to take the care, they'd have posted sentries to prevent any unwelcome surprises. At least I would have.
Well, you should know.
Hell yeah, we got more woods.
Wrong way, friend. The village is behind you.
Stay down!
Alright, I'm gonna give this game another half hour tonight, because I gotta get ready for bed. But, more of this tomorrow, and I'll be starting early.
What are the royalists thinking?
Like 3 at the latest.
A stronghold they've no chance of holding.
When they've no intention of holding it. The king is up to something.
The king?
Well, you don't think they're acting on a whim, do you? This is one of His Majesty's cunning stunts. And he sent his to execute it.
Well, not anytime soon. Like I said, 24-hour stream, I'd be willing to do for charity. And not much else. Oh god, do I love the environments in this game. Hey, what are you doing over there?
Just as our lady said. It's over.
I'll tell your lady. You try. Norvins. Hard nut to crack even when it isn't crawling with royalists.
I don't care who else is in there.
Hello.
Get him, boy.
Have some scritches.
Much as I enjoy battering down the front door, I hazard this endeavour will require a bit more tact.
There's an old sluice that empties under the bridge. It should see us through to the lower levels of the care. Sid. We both know why I'm here. But what is it that you want? Why would you risk your life for a handful of outcasts? If anyone ever learned what you've been doing with their property...
They'd have my head in a box. But this isn't just about dominance and bearers, it's about all of us. What I want is to build a place where it doesn't matter what you are, but who you are. But our world isn't ready for a place like that. So, until it is, I use the power I've been given to show people there is hope.
Aren't you glad the game still manages to have a heart?
So, tell me about this Benedicta.
The best and worst decision I ever made. Don't underestimate her, Clive. A fight with her icon is not one you're likely to walk away from.
Garuda. Warden of the Wind.
Hey?
Hmm?
Well, I guess we're going to Caer Norvent. Once used as a stronghold, the Holy Empire has since disgarrisoned this strategic position along the neutral crystal belt and now employs it in the training of Imperial Army recruits.
The land has fallen. The eastern territories all but belong to the orcs.
I'll have my men ready to depart by noon.
Don't bother.
But what of the mines? Without adamantite...
The blight would have engulfed the mines ere long. Besides, you already have your orders.
Yes, my liege.
The dark swallows more of the realm with each passing day. The land starved of the ether that gives it life. And as the fringes fade, the people flock to the mother crystals, desperate for their blessing. The war we wage for possession of that blessing, it breaks us from within, hastening us to our own destruction.
And so you do what must be done.
I unite the dominants, that we may bring an end to the strife, and found a new order to see us unto tomorrow. The world must be restored, and I will see it so.
You might have already had Zidolphus not betrayed us.
Him again. Lust you still for his embrace?
But... of course not. My liege. I serve you, and you alone.
I remember well the day you first entered these halls. Your pale hand pressed into his, as if you would never let go.
That was a long time ago. Yours is the only hand I need. Now and always.
Soon, my dear. Soon all will know whose hand it is that keeps them from falling into the darkness.
Hold me, my liege. Never let me go.
What are we playing, Catherine again?
One of our sentries has failed to report, milady. Your orders?
Pull the men back inside the Caer, Geralf.
He is here, then.
Have them lead Sid and his little pet to the chapel. I shall entertain them there. So you've come for me after all.
Lady, you're either going to join our party or die, and I suspect it's going to be the latter. Although I can't totally disregard the former, considering our party is made up of all but less than perfect characters.
That's a nice trick. You'll have to teach me sometime.
Something just tells me she's going to be a boss. And then she's going to be dead.
We should start with the dungeons. They may be holding the bearers there.
Sound plan. As long as we keep ourselves on this side of the bars.
But I also got to imagine, well, yeah. Jill is more likely to become a main party member than this lady.
They're all empty.
You're gonna give up?
Sid, this gate.
Need some help.
Time to put you back into it.
What do you think?
So I'm doing most of the lifting.
Now let her down gently. Beautiful. It only took like 20 minutes for this game to sell itself to my dad, by the way.
Fortunately, yes. Good news, lads.
Your search is over. That's enough.
So, where to next?
There's a sound effect when enemies die, and it kinda sounds like a classic sound effect.
This door only leads to more royalists. We'd better find another one.
Take your pick.
Take my pick of what? Doors? Window.
How about a window?
I picked the window.
Bloody show off.
Sorry, Sid. Can't help but look cool once in a while.
We found the Imperial garrison. Right where the royalists left them.
Alright, if that's the way we want to go, let me check this way real quick. That's what I'll be using the animal instinct skill for. Not because I'm lost, but because I want to know which way I shouldn't go first.
Damn it. They're everywhere.
Apparently this is an option as well.
There! That traitor!
Alright. Magic guy's going out first. Yeah, this is apparently also an acceptable direction to go. Does that mean missions not only are replayable for the fun of replaying them, but potentially for the path you take? Also, mentioning Louis, it's been a while since we played Fire Emblem, but I would most certainly like to play more of that on stream at some point. It's just a bad case of 2 really long games came out that I wanted to play. But that game was really fun. See, I know we're supposed to be sneaking around, but I just want to kill. And also I'm finding rewards for my misconduct. And experience. And we had both of the mages back to back. I feel like I'm gonna loop around and inevitably have taken both paths. That's exactly what I've done. But you know what? I think they both got me some shit, so I'm not going to complain. This path definitely got me a treasure chest, so there's that. This guy is now a regular enemy. Ooh, that was a neat trick.
That's better. Too slow. Too slow.
Fucking fun as hell fight, that guy.
Never were one for half measures, were you, Benedicta? gods didn't know what hit them.
Residual fire aether that, having failed to dissipate on the battlefield, has instead manifested into a solid form, not unlike crystal, but with an elemental purity that renders it far more potent, if not highly specialized in its applications. Increases Scarlet Cyclone damage by 8%. Interesting. This one I haven't equipped, but I have a thing that makes it so I heal more. Twenty 20% increase to potions. Might be worth using.
All this bloody running. After them.
Attacking an opponent from the front while it is guarding will deal no damage. Circle to the rear to penetrate its defenses. Certain basic abilities such as Burning Blade and Charged Magic, as well as iconic abilities such as Phoenix Rising Flames, can instantly break an opponent's guard even when delivered from the front.
Seems they were expecting it.
You don't say.
Stay down! That's it. Finished. Stay down. It's over.
Oh, fucking mages.
That's enough.
I'm coming for that. I'm coming for that ass. That magic ass. And the day is won.
The only way is through the chapel.
Then Great Grieger must have plans for us.
I like how I just got 10 bloody hides out of a chest. Someone took 10 hides, didn't clean them, and stuffed them in a box.
What the hell happened here? little late for prayer, isn't it?
Do I seem so desperate as to grovel at the feet of a false god? I was waiting for you.
Not for too long, I hope. All this for a midnight chat. Well, let's chat then. Where are the men and women you took from Lost Wing?
You mean where's the dominant? Waleed shall be requiring his services indefinitely. Come back to me, Sidolphus. I need you. Think of all the things we can create together. The world that we can build.
You need me? Your king needs me. I'm all for building a new world.
Sid does the thing with his arm that Oren does.
That bastard's dreams are as twisted as his promises are false. And I want no part of them.
King Barnabas saved you, and this is how you speak of him. Have you no shred of loyalty?
What? To a leader who'd use me? Like he uses you.
You know nothing of me, Sidolphus.
You're right. I don't know who you are anymore. Or what you want. I only know what you used to say. That you were tired of running. That you just wanted to be free. Free of it all. You weren't lying to me then, so what changed? What made you think you had to sacrifice who you were to get what you wanted?
Sacrifice. I use my talents to my advantage, and you would tell me there is shame in that?
If there's no shame, then why do you feel so sorry for yourself?
A rousing speech, Lord Commander. I was a fool to believe you might have changed. The only person I feel sorry for is you! I can't do this anymore. If you would stand between our leash and his dream, then you leave me no choice. Goodbye, Sidolphus.
Stand back, Clive.
Finish them.
Well, Sid. At least it's not three against one. Torgal. Not this time.
Got him.
Sid, are you all right?
Do I look all right? Benedicta will be on her way to collect the Dominant, if she hasn't already. You can't afford to let them leave. Remember, she has wings, you don't.
What about you?
Before or after I catch my breath?
Sorry. Come on, Torgal.
Sid, you bastard, you better pull through.
You grow wings yet? Then you better start climbing those stairs. I'll sit guard here.
Unfortunately, Sid, this is gonna be where I save. Oh my god. Alright, this has been a fucking great time. Sid is okay at the moment, Sky. He's still alive. Hopefully he stays that way. I guess I can uninstall the demo now. But yeah, Sid's still alive. He's just beat up, and hopefully he recovers. But we will have to wait until next time. Why did I just launch the game again? We'll have to wait till next time to see the continuation. And by next time, I mean tomorrow. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. The game's been magnifique. And like I said, I'll be starting tomorrow around 3 at the latest. Until then, have a good night.